You're going to want to begin with the process of learning. You're going to want to allow for self-directed learning, observe and assess, find out what the children are interested in, and teach the children those inquiry skills. Because I know we're all big in inquiry, and play can be done. Some people kind of put the two together, think play and inquiry are the same. They're not the same. Play is free range. Inquiry is that guiding part, and taking things out of their play and turning it into an inquiry process. So I didn't go into inquiry in this because I'm not talking about inquiry, I'm talking about play. But inquiry happens through play. It's inevitable, and I will be showing you examples of what we did. And set up purposeful play opportunities, so the provocations. Make sure that they have a purpose that you have in mind. Like I said, if it doesn't go the way that you intended, don't make it a big deal. Try to guide the kids through it. So the initial focus on process does not mean that the content is ignored. So you're going to go to your curriculum. You're not ignoring that curriculum. And by attending to the process, content can be dealt with in a meaningful context. Once the children are comfortable with the freedom to play and become engaged in projects of interest, then the content can be introduced. So you need to teach them that freedom. I know it's what someone was talking about in junior grades, they kind of lose that. You want to teach them that freedom of what play looks like and how it comes about. Sometimes the content happens incidentally at times, and sometimes it's deliberate at times, depending on what your focus is. So I had a lot of incidental things happen, like the Simple Machines, when they were building everything, I was like, oh, well, we might as well do that now, because they're building all these buildings and making these ramps on their own, so let's start talking about it. So then I started introducing other things. I put a take-apart stuff in during that same time they were building the ramps, because then we could talk about the screws and the different machines that are in the things that we're taking apart. So it happens incidentally, but you can make it deliberate. So these are some of the things that I did, and I had originally meant to print out these pictures, but I couldn't figure out how to print them out off my iPad, and I'm not set up here to print yet, so it was a little bit confusing. So they're just on here, but I will scan through this and tell you my question first. And then I'll go back to those. So you're going to observe these photos of the provocations, and then you can pick one and try to determine what curriculum expectations have been met. We can just have a conversation instead of doing the sticky today, and think about what grade it might be, the subject, and what the expectation might be. But I won't make us actually go through the sticky.